Are you noticing your car insurance rate creep up even without tickets or claims? You're not alone. That's why there's Jerry, your proactive insurance assistant. Jerry handles the legwork by comparing quotes side by side from over 50 top insurers so you can confidently hit buy. No spam calls, no hidden fees. Jerry even tracks rates and alerts you when it's best to shop. Drivers who save with Jerry could save over $1,300 a year. Don't settle for higher rates. Download the Jerry app or visit jerry.ai/libsyn today. That's jerry.ai/libsyn.
These 9 AI skills are creating multiple streams of income in 2026, and most parents have no idea they even exist. I want you to picture this. It's 2029, and you're watching your neighbor, Jessica, next door. She's packing up her home office. Not because she got laid off. No. It's because she just bought a bigger house. While you were debating whether AI was just a fad or going to take everyone's job, she was quietly mastering 9 specific AI skills that now generate passive income streams in her life, exceeding her old corporate salary. And here's the kicker. She works fewer hours than when she was climbing someone else's corporate ladder. The World Economic Forum projects that 39% of key job skills will change by 2030. But these 9 AI skills separate the top 1% of earners from everyone else right this very minute.
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
What is up? What the hell is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to another episode of the Dark Horse Entrepreneur AI Escape Plan, where we break free from the grind. We share some AI-powered tips and side hustle strategies. And of course, we support our parents out there chasing freedom like the modern-day trailblazers that they are. And if you know someone who dreams of ditching the grind, but still makes a little time for bedtime stories and nighttime snacks, giving those hugs out there, go ahead and forward this episode to them. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the 9 AI skills that will replace your paycheck while still keeping your family time. While 90% of organizations are out there using AI, only about 9% have really gotten a handle on it, maybe even mastered it, and how that gap is your golden ticket to freedom. So the 3 things we're going to cover today, one is the $18,000 wage premium secret, why AI skilled workers are earning 56% more than their peers, and how you can join them without going out there and getting a computer science degree. Second thing, we're going to talk about the automation goldmine, how automation-focused AI roles surged to 44% of the AI job postings out there, and why this shift creates massive opportunities for my smart entrepreneurs, my smart parents out there. And the third thing we're going to be going over is the taste curation advantage, the one skill that separates AI users from AI masters, and why it's more valuable than any technical certification. Okay? So, let me start as I always do, and here's what the career experts will not tell you, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest career opportunity of our lifetime is not happening all the way out there on the West Coast in Silicon Valley boardrooms. It's happening in suburban home offices, at kitchen tables, where parents are quietly building AI-powered income streams that are starting to dwarf their corporate salaries. Let me paint a picture that might be familiar to you. It's Tuesday morning, maybe it's about 7:30 a.m. You're rushing to get the kids ready for school while simultaneously checking your emails, making lunches, prepping, doing some prep work for dinner. You know, all those emails that arrived overnight because your boss needs that report by noon, and you find out your daughter forgot her science project, and you're already calculating whether you're going to be able to make it to the parent-teacher conference without having to take some time off. Sound familiar? Yeah, this is where Jessica was at about 2 years ago, and this is where her story takes a turn that most parents, I think, currently believe is impossible. Today, well, Jessica starts her morning off with coffee on the back patio. No rush, no fuss. Maybe let the dogs out to do their morning business. She takes her kids to school herself, not because she has to squeeze it in, but because she wants to. Her income? Well, her income is about 40% higher than her old corporate salary. Her stress level? Well, in that case, it's practically non-existent. What changed, you may ask? Well, she discovered that while 90% of organizations now use AI in their operations, only about 9% of them, maybe 10, have achieved AI maturity. That gap, that massive gaping opportunity became her escape route. And here's the part I think is going to completely blow your mind a little bit. She didn't need a computer science degree. She didn't need years of coding experience. She didn't need a massive time investment. She needed 9 specific skills that most people, parents included, do not even know exists. So let me break down those 9 skills, why they matter, and how you can start developing them this week even if you're starting at ground zero. Heck, even if you're starting at a deficit. You ready? Okay, here we go. Skill number 1, AI literacy. This is your foundation for everything. I want you to think of AI literacy as the foundation that everything else is going to build upon. It's not about memorizing a bunch of technical words and all the technical jargon that's out there, but it is about understanding AI's capabilities and its limitations well enough so that you can use it strategically. The OECD defines AI literacy through 5 core competencies that every professional needs, and they are critical thinking, collaboration, problem solving, self and social awareness, and communication. Critical thinking, that's evaluating AI-generated content for accuracy and bias, maybe even a little, hallucination in there. Collaboration is working effectively with the AI systems that are out there and their human colleagues side by side. Okay. Problem solving is knowing when and how to deploy AI for maximum impact. Not every solution matches every scenario. Okay. Self and social awareness is recognizing how AI influences decisions as well as outcomes. And finally, communication is explaining how and why AI is being used to colleagues and clients. So for step number 1, here's your action step. This week, spend about 30 minutes a day experimenting with ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. You pick whichever one you want to try. But don't just ask it questions. Challenge its responses, right? Push it further. Ask it to explain its reasoning and notice when it's confident versus uncertain. Yeah, you'll be surprised. This builds your AI intuition faster than any course that's out there. Well, anyone I'm aware of anyway. Okay. Skill number 2, prompt engineering. When Anthropic posted a prompt engineer and librarian position with a salary of up to $335,000, the tech world out there, they took notice. Mind you, this was not for someone that had a PhD in computer science. It was for someone who could effectively communicate with AI. Prompt engineering is essentially programming in natural language, right? It's the difference between asking AI to write something about dogs and instructing it to create a 300-word veterinary guide about golden retriever health issues, written for pet parents with an 8th grade reading level, focusing entirely on preventative care. Completely different. You're going to get 2 completely different outputs there. And we went into quite a bit about prompt engineering in the previous episode. Please go ahead and check that out. But I'm going to quickly give you here a 4-part prompt formula that you can use here. It's role, context, command, and format. Your role, act like whatever you want it to act like. Context, give it all the relevant background information. Command, you want to give it clear, specific instructions on what it is you need and how it is you want it to spit it out. And that's where format comes in, how you want that output structured. Entry-level prompt engineering roles start around, $90,000 annually, with advanced positions exceeding $150,000 a year. And here's where the real money is. Freelancers on Upwork and Fiverr, they're charging $50 to $150 per hour for prompt engineering services, with top performers out there earning 6-figure recurring revenue from repeat clients. So your homework on this one, take one task that you do regularly. Maybe it's writing emails, maybe it's a social media post, and develop yourself a master prompt that gets consistent, high-quality results for you every single time. And again, go back and check out that previous episode. I talked about creating your own personal master prompt in that episode. Skill number 3 is AI tool proficiency. This is your productivity multiplier here. According to job posting data, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, and Claude Proficiency are among the top 5 most requested AI skills. They want you to be proficient in one or more of those areas. But the ecosystem is expanding rapidly. OpenAI's GPT-4 and GPT-5 models are getting new capability benchmarks. I don't know, I think last time I looked, it was like 5.6, while image generation tools like Midjourney and DALL-E and others that are out there are creating entirely new creative workflows. These aren't highly technical specializations. They're becoming as essential as email or spreadsheet skills. And I'm going to chuckle here for a moment because I know some of you out there don't have email skills and don't have spreadsheet skills. That's a whole nother podcast topic right there. You need to have those skills. All right, just that's my personal opinion. The productivity gains are remarkable. 70% of Copilot users report being more productive. Users generally complete tasks 29% faster across searching, across writing, and across summarization skills using AI. Microsoft reports Copilot is saving employees an average of 10 hours per month. That adds up fast. 53% of professionals save an hour or 2 on average per day using generative AI. 53%. That's over half, okay? But I think tool proficiency goes beyond knowing what tool to use and what button to click. It's about understanding when to use different AI tools for different tasks, how to integrate them into existing workflows, and how to maintain some quality control while you're doing all that. So here's your start here point for this one. Pick one AI tool and become genuinely proficient with it before moving on to the next one. What do I mean by that? Master ChatGPT for writing, and then master Claude for analysis, and then master Copilot for productivity, right? Depth beats breadth every single time. Now, skill number 4, critical AI evaluation. This is your BS. This is your bullshit detector. I'm going to go ahead and call it out right there. Here's where many people are getting AI completely wrong. They either trust it blindly or they dismiss it entirely. And trust me, I've been looking at some of the comments on my YouTube videos. Some people are still dismissing it entirely and saying that they're going to actively squash it in the action. Okay, maybe they will. I don't know. The real skill, I think, is in knowing how to evaluate AI's outputs critically and systemically. Okay? A study in 2024 done by the BBC found that AI assistants misrepresented news content 45% of the time. Yeah, almost half. Without proper oversight, relying on inaccurate AI output can have some very serious consequences. I know I have tapped into using AI for doing research in some of my podcast episodes, this one included, and I find I do have to go and make sure it's not hallucinating, okay?
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
Critical thinking in AI context involves these 3 skills. Verifying whether AI-generated information is accurate, relevant, and fair. Actively identifying potential misinformation and cross-referencing outputs. And then understanding how AI systems can perpetuate or amplify existing biases that are out there. I'm just saying, okay? So here's your practice routine for this one. For every important AI output that you create, I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions. 1, does this make logical sense? 2, can I verify this information via another source? And 3, what may this AI be missing or getting completely wrong? Okay? Now, that brings us to skill number 5. Skill number 5 is the AI-powered data analysis. This is your insight engine. Data literacy has always been important. I've been a data geek for as long as I can remember. But AI, I think, is transforming how we interact with data. It's really flipping it on its head.
So, when I ask, what is Odoo? What comes to mind? Well, Odoo is a bit of everything. Odoo is a suite of business management software that some people say is like fertilizer because of the way it promotes growth. But some people also say Odoo is like a magic beanstalk because it grows with your company and is also magically affordable. But then again, you could look at Odoo in terms of how its individual software programs are a lot like building blocks. Whatever your business needs. Manufacturing, accounting, HR programs, you can build a custom software suite that's perfect for your company. So, what is Odoo? Well, I guess Odoo is a bit of everything. Odoo is a fertilizer, magic beanstalk building blocks for business. Yeah, that's it. Which means that Odoo is exactly what every business needs. Learn more and sign up now at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Let's talk about modern home shopping. It's sort of become a fun side hobby, right? Scrolling listings at night, dreaming about kitchens you've never seen, or backyards you haven't even stepped foot in, all from the comfort of pretty much anywhere. Redfin knows a lot of people like you want to own, but are stuck in this browsing mode loop. That's where Redfin flips the script. With listings that update within minutes and tours you can book right from the Redfin app, you can see your dream home the moment it appears. Now, liking a listing is easy, but actually landing it, that's where Redfin comes in. Redfin has over 2,200 agents with local expertise. And Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents. That means they want to help you win, not just window shop. Redfin is built to help you go from just looking to wait, this could actually be home. So become the newest neighbor on the block. Visit redfin.com to start finding and start owning. That's redfin.com.
Flipping on his butt, you might say. Instead of spending hours upon hours cleaning spreadsheets or writing complex queries, AI-powered data analysis lets you ask questions like you're talking to a friend in natural language and really get some sophisticated insights pretty damn quick, okay? The average salary for an AI data analyst, $30,000 per year, with top earners making about 187 annually. Not bad. Okay, right? Yeah, exactly. But you don't need a statistics degree in order to develop these skills. The real power comes from combining domain expertise and AI capability. A marketing professional who understands customer behavior and can use AI to analyze campaign performance is going to outperform someone who just uses technical skills or just uses their marketing knowledge, right? They're going to integrate the two and they're going to become a powerhouse to contend with. So here's what you want to do. You're going to take a spreadsheet that you work with regularly, maybe upload it to ChatGPT or whatever tool you choose, and start asking it questions about patterns, about trends, or any insights you may not be aware of. Heck, you might have seen some trends. Ask it if it sees it too, and have it dig a little deeper. You'll be amazed at what it will help you discover. Skill number 6, AI automation engineering. I think this is where the real money lives. And this is where the real money is moving. That is for sure from the things I've seen. Automation-focused AI roles surged to 44% of all the AI job postings. I believe that was Q3 of 2024, so I don't have the more recent data. But all those numbers overtook pure AI development positions for the first time since this has become a thing. AI automation engineers don't build AI systems from scratch. No. Instead, they find ways to automate current business workflows using existing AI tools and create recurring revenue systems as a result of this. They might, here's some examples, embed AI within HR to streamline recruiting and onboarding. They may work across teams to build efficiencies that directly impact the bottom line. They may create automated content creation workflows that generate some passive income opportunities. And they might even build lead follow-up systems that run on autopilot. Right? All that grunt work that people are spending hours and hours and hours doing, now those people are freed up to do the human connection thing. And the toolkit that they use includes platforms like Zapier, Make.com, N8N, and Microsoft Power Automate, all connected to AI services. Plus, there's emergency frameworks out there like LangChain for more sophisticated AI workflow. Here's the thing. Salaries on this one typically start around 70 grand a year, with experienced professionals earning over 150 grand per year. And here's the beautiful part. Unlike traditional programming roles, which I started off way back in the day, they all required years of experience. You can become proficient in AI automation tools within months. No joke, you really can. Okay, so here's your starting point for this one, your first automation project. Identify one repetitive task in your current job, or maybe in your current side hustle, and research how to automate it using no-code platforms connected to the AI services that you pick. So you go to a no-code platform like an N8N or a Make.com and connect it to Claude or ChatGPT and automate that repetitive task. Yeah, start learning. Now, skill number 7, and I don't hear many folks talking about this one out there, AI ethics and governance. This is your trust builder. As AI becomes more powerful, the ethical implications grow just as fast. Heck, they probably grow even more significantly. The demand for expertise in AI ethics and governance has already grown rapidly, with more than 100,000 professionals with these skills now being requested annually. And this isn't just about compliance. It's about competitive advantage. A striking 67% of consumers are saying that they care about ethical AI use by the companies that they patronize. I mentioned earlier, there's folks out there bucking the system, the AI system, 100%. So you're going to want to make sure it's being used ethically. AI ethics specialists earn an average salary of about $95,000 to $130,000 annually, and the field is expected to grow 15% annually over the next 5 years. Some of the key competencies you're going to need here include understanding how AI systems can perpetuate discrimination. You heard that right. They can if they're not used correctly. Knowing how to audit AI outputs for fairness, implementing privacy by design principles, and communicating AI decisions transparently to all stakeholders. Here's your ethical foundation for this one. Before implementing any AI solution, I want you to ask yourself, how could this go wrong? Who might be negatively affected? And how can I build safeguards against both of those scenarios? Okay. That brings us to skill number 8, human AI collaboration. This, my friends, is your force multiplier. The future isn't about the humans versus AI. We're not talking about the matrix here. It's about humans with AI versus humans without AI. According to a Stanford study, teams that strategically mix human and AI capabilities together outperform those that use AI even in far more limited ways. Okay? The key is understanding when to leverage AI's strengths in data processing and pattern recognition, and when to rely on human strengths in creativity, in empathy, and in contextual judgment. The Partnership for the 21st Century Learning Framework identifies 4 essential competencies: critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. Here's your practice for this one. For your next project, no matter small or how big it is, consciously decide which parts that you'll handle personally and which parts are you going to delegate to AI. Document what works, and then also document what doesn't work so you can rectify that. Last but not least, skill number 9, this is continuous learning and adaptation. This is your competitive moat, and you're going to make it bigger and bigger to leverage yourself to the max. This might be what the most important skill of all, because recent research has showed us that 76% of employees believe AI will create entirely new skills that they don't even know exist yet. And the professionals who position themselves at the forefront of these emerging skills will capture a disproportionate value with them. In AI-exposed jobs specifically, the skill requirements are changing 66% faster than in traditional roles. So here's what you need to learn here. Stay current with emerging AI technologies, rapidly prototype new tools and new workflows, build networks within the AI community, insert yourself into that network, and develop meta learning skills that accelerate skill acquisition. You want to learn them as fast as humanly possible. Find that area that you just like, I love this part right here, and dive in deep. The beautiful irony is that continuous learning itself creates and becomes a competitive moat all by itself. While specific AI tools and techniques will evolve rapidly, the ability to adapt and learn will remain valuable regardless of how the technology landscape changes over time. And we know it's going to change. Just look back at the 80s to the 90s with the introduction of the internet, let alone the computer, and then how far we've come from there. Listen, if you're feeling overwhelmed by me just dumping these 9 skills on you, I get it. But here's what I want you to understand. You don't need to master all 9 simultaneously. You just need to start with one. And that's why I created the AI Escape Plan newsletter. It's designed for parents like you who are ready to break free from the 9-to-5 grind. Each issue delivers practical AI-powered strategies to start, grow, and streamline your side hustles, all designed to protect your family time while still boosting your income. Think of it as your roadmap to more money, more freedom, and more of what truly matters to you. Because while everyone else is debating whether AI is the future, you will be building the future you want for your family. Okay? Now, here's why I think all of this matters at a deeper level. We are, and you know this, we are witnessing the biggest shift in how work gets done since the Industrial Revolution, and again, since the introduction of the internet. But unlike previous technological shifts in the landscape, those all took decades to unfold. This one has happened in months and is continuing to happen over the next few months, okay? The AI skills revolution is creating the biggest career opportunity, I think, in decades. But the window for the early adopters is closing fast. Companies are moving from experimentation to implementation, from pilot projects to company-wide rollouts and deployments. So let's be clear here. This isn't just about technology. It's about freedom. The professionals who develop these skills now will shape how AI transforms their industry, all industries. More importantly, for my parents out there, you'll have the leverage to work on your own terms when you have these skills. The future belongs to those who speak both languages fluently, the human language and the language of AI. These 9 skills represent your translation dictionary for a world where bilingual compatibility determines who thrives and who's going to get left behind. So here's your whispered wisdom for this week. I want you to remember something. AI will not replace you, but someone using AI quite probably will. The parents who are quietly building 6-figure side hustles, they're not lucky, they're adapting. They're not waiting for permission from anybody, or they're not waiting for the perfect time. They're starting with one skill and mastering it and building from there. So here's your specific action for this week. Choose one of these 9 skills that resonated with you in your current situation. Spend 30 minutes tonight researching it, not planning to research it, not saying I'm gonna research, not thinking about researching it, but actually researching it. Because here's what I've learned after helping so many parents escape the grind. The gap between knowing and doing is where your dreams go to die. But the gap between doing and succeeding, that's where your freedom lives. The AI revolution, guess what? It's happening with or without you. The question isn't whether you're ready. It's whether you're willing to start before you even feel ready. Your family's freedom is waiting for you on the other side of your willingness to just begin. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for more time. Stop waiting for someone else to give you the damn permission you already have. You can give it to yourself. The tools are here. The opportunity is here. The only question left is, are you here? With that, I'm going to leave you as I always do. Think successfully and take action.
Hey, my Dark Horse entrepreneurs, thanks for investing your precious time with us today. I know that between soccer practice and bedtime stories, every single minute counts. And that's exactly why I created the Dark Horse Insider, your weekly dose of digital marketing strategies, all designed specifically for my busy entrepreneurs, especially my busy parent entrepreneurs. If you're ready to turn those small pockets of time into profitable momentum, head on over to darkhorseinsider.com. darkhorseinsider.com and join our free newsletter, because we Dark Horses do not just run the race, we change how the race is won. Until next time, think successfully and take action. darkhorseinsider.com.